after what's been like, how long has it been? A year? Maybe 2 years of waiting since we've heard that Amazon was going to be making its own Lord of the Rings show. We finally have a synopsis. We had a few theories, but we finally have an official synopsis, so let's go through it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
So yeah, I'm doing things a little bit earlier today. Just gotta get out of here. But I'm trying to figure out a schedule for this thing. I know it looks like I'm not, but I'm trying to actually try to keep things in a certain hour. Fridays is just never gonna work out. But let's talk about Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna try to keep this one short because I gotta go down to Mexico. Gotta go down there. But as always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World. Also streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. You can check me out there. Like, subscribe. That really helps out. Really appreciate it. If you want to check out this video later, it will be loaded by itself onto YouTube at Super Dario World. I actually found it funny that yesterday's video was about censorship, and for some reason it wasn't loading onto YouTube. Weird, you know, it's strange. That video wasn't loading, but actually it was like 45 minutes long, so maybe that's probably why, but still, it's fun to speculate. But anyway, let's get into this because I'm pretty excited. Like I said, it's been over a year. I think 2 years, maybe. I don't know. Definitely over 2 years because 2020 felt like so long. Like it was very long. But anyway, yeah, over 2 years. So we heard this is a massive project. Massive. I've heard that they're already confirmed that they want to make it like 4 or 5 seasons. They're investing $1 billion into it. I'm assuming some stuff's changed, but we haven't really heard much. They've kept all the information pretty close to the chest there. So I was happy to finally, get something to talk about because I'm very much looking forward to this particular show. I'm a big fan of the franchise. Many times I've said that the best trilogy of all time is The Lord of the Rings. So anything that has to do with the world of J.R.R. Tolkien, I'm very excited about. So let's go into this. Let me just do a little image here so it's a lot more fun for you guys. This is from an interview that happened in the OneRing.net. And that's where they revealed a whole bunch of stuff. So this is the official synopsis according to Amazon Studios. Amazon Studios' forthcoming series brings to screen the very first time the heroic legends of the fabled Second Age of Middle-earth's history. This epic drama is set thousands of years before the events of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and will take viewers back to the era in which great powers were forged, kingdoms rose to glory, and fell to ruin, unlikely heroes were tested, hope hung by the finest of threads, and the greatest villain that ever flowed from Tolkien's pen threatened to cover the world in darkness. Beginning in a time of relative peace, the series follows the ensemble cast of characters, both familiar and new, as they confront the long-feared reemergence of the evil of evil to Middle Earth, from the darkest depths of the Misty Mountains to the majestic forest of the elf capital of Lindon, to the breathtaking Iceland kingdom of Numenor, to the furthest reaches of the map. These kingdoms and characters will carve out legacies that live on long before they are gone. So, if you paid attention there, they didn't really say anything. I mean, they told us basically, they didn't even mention the Second Age. And basically, well, for what we know, this thing takes place in the Second Age of Middle-earth. Now, for those of you who don't know, the events of the Lord of the Rings and, the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings movies, they take place in the Third Age. And actually, if you remember at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings and the fall of Sauron, that is the end of the Second Age. The Second Age actually begins, well, all right, so let me just go ahead. The First Age ends with the fall of Morgoth. And then the Second Age is about kind of the rise of Sauron, and it ends with the downfall of Sauron, and then the Third Age you probably already know. So, 6 emojis, 4, cool background. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I got a compliment on my background, so thank you. I appreciate you liking it. So yeah, what was I even talking about? So yeah, so that's kind of how it works. So basically, if we have to guess, if we're making any speculations here, it's going to have to do with pretty much the rise of Sauron and his evil forces of Mordor, the rise of Mordor. Now, there's other interesting stuff there. For example, the island of Numenor. If you guys remember, Aragon, he's a descendant of the Numenor, and so they are people that were blessed with long lives. And actually, I don't know if I want to get into spoilers or not, but basically, let's say that the island of Numenor, uh, I was gonna say George R. R. Martin, but no, J.R.R. Tolkien took a lot of, let's say, human history, or about our history and our legends, and he put it into his books. That's the best writers tend to do that, and they do it in a way that's familiar enough and yet still unique enough. Anyway, Numenor is based off of the legend of Atlantis, or it's most closely related to the legend of Atlantis. It's a great story. It's a lot of fun. And so I won't, like I said, I won't get too much into it, but it's a lot of fun. So it's an interesting period of Middle Earth. They're teasing familiar characters. I'm assuming we're going to have Gandalf in there, a bunch of all the other wizards. Lady Galadriel probably definitely has to be there. Elrond, I'm pretty sure that he has to be there too. Maybe, well, actually, no. I don't see how Aragorn can be there. I've heard before that there's teases that Aragorn should be there, but in the Second Age, no. Aragorn in the books and in the movie, he's about 80 something years old. Um, so I don't see, like, everybody was kind of hoping for that. I just don't see it happening. It would be very weird, and so it doesn't make much sense. But anyway, that's supposedly that's the tease. That's all we've gotten in 2 years. 2 years, and that's the only teeny tiny little bit of information that we got. Now, there's also a little bit here that they said before. The Second Age covered near. Oh, well, I can just read you the whole thing. The highly anticipated Lord of the Rings series will be set in the Second Age. That places approximately 3,000 years of history between the series and the beginning of the Lord of the Rings. Casual fans may not realize it, but Jackson's Fellowship of the Ring actually depicted the end of the Second Age, when the last alliance of men and elves confronted Sauron's forces. The Second Age covered nearly 3,441 years, and it began after the vanishment of Morgoth, the Dark Lord before Sauron. There's a lot of story potential in that time, including the rise of Sauron, the creation of the One Ring, and the emergence of the Ringwraiths. So there you go. That's pretty much it. Like that's all. That's all that we know. And oh yeah, we also have the people here who are starring. Finally, I guess I hadn't read the whole thing. It's confirmed that one actress, Morfydd Clark, will be portraying the young Lady Galadriel, so she's confirmed. And everybody else, I don't see any character confirmation. So there you go. 2-3 years, and this is all the information that we get. Hope you were excited about it. Now, we also have the plot for, well, actually another little bit of news in case you care. We just heard about it today. We finally have an official release date for the Snyder Cut. You know, the Justice League Snyder Cut. It's coming out on HBO Max, and now we know when. We knew it was going to be 2021, but now we actually have an official release date, and the official release date is March 18th, 2021. So there you go. If you were waiting for it, if you were expecting it, if you were excited about it, March 18th, 2021 is when we will see it. By the way, I forgot to mention this. Lord of the Rings is expected to come out this year. So I'm assuming we will be hearing more about it soon. Moving on to another synopsis in case you guys care. I read this and it's not as fun as Lord of the Rings. Actually, it's kind of concerning. But we have a synopsis for the upcoming Mortal Kombat film. And let me tell you something. Ain't that hot. So let me just read it. Mortal Kombat has a great story. And I mentioned that I expected this to be in the top 10 best movies of the year. Best geek movies. No, I'm not so confident in my pick. Not so confident anymore. I'll just read you the thing and we can go into it. So it's here you go. By the way, it's coming out on HBO Max and in theaters on April 16th, and it's introducing a new main character named Cole Young, who's played by Lois Tan, and it's a character that's never before seen in the movies or in the video games. So that's always let's just say a tricky place to start. New characters. Ooh. In a franchise that already has a bunch of great characters, makes me nervous, but here you go. All right, here's the summary, and you can let me know what you think afterwards. MMA fighter Cole Young, accustomed to taking a beating for money, is unaware of his heritage, or why Outworld's Emperor Shang Tsung has sent his best warrior, Sub-Zero, an otherworldly cryomancer, to hunt Cole down. Fearing for his family's safety, Cole goes in search of Sonya Blade at the direction of Jax, a special forces major who bears the same strange dragon marking Cole was born with. Soon, he finds himself at the temple of Lord Raiden, an elder god and the protector of Earthrealm, who grants sanctuary to those who bear the mark. Here, Cole trains with experienced warriors Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and rogue mercenary Kano as he prepares to stand with Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. But will Cole be punished? But will Cole be pushed hard enough to unlock his arcana and immense power within his soul in time to save not only his family but to stop Outworld once and for all? So let me just start with. That sounds beyond stupid, to be honest. The plot for Mortal Kombat's pretty simple, guys. It's actually extremely simple. A martial arts tournament in which the the Emperor of the Outworld is competing against Raiden and the champions of Earth to basically for the opportunity to conquer Earth. How many tournaments did they have to win in order to be able to actually conquer Earth? I don't remember, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. That's the excuse for getting a whole bunch of people together and fighting to death. That's it. You don't need more. And it gets pretty much deeper than that, and it's gotten way more expansive. And there's time travel in certain ones that's wild, and it ends up, fucking things up quite a little bit. But it's pretty simple. Here, first off, who the fuck is this guy, and why should I care? Honestly, why should I care about this Cole Young? I mean, maybe he's a fun character. Let's say it's not the right start, if you ask me. Not a good place to start with a new character. How about if you actually, perfect the ones that you already have? You already have a lot to work with. Why is Sub-Zero being sent to assassinate the guy before the tournament? If I'm not mistaken, the Outworld, well, in the video games, the Outworld has already won most of the tournaments, and that's why would they need to cheat? Maybe they've won because they've cheated. I don't know. The whole being trained by Raiden doesn't seem fun to me. Usually it's warriors that train by themselves and they came there because they're the best of the best in their own different ways. If they're all training together, then that means that they all have the same type of training, which is not fun to watch. And again, I don't see why Sub-Zero is being sent, why he's being sent, and why he's the best warrior of Shang Tsung. I mean, I guess you could argue it, but what was it, Goro? No, what was the name of the horse guy? That dude was scary as fuck. I don't know. Point is, not too optimistic anymore. Not feeling so hot about this one anymore. I was excited. I thought all they had to do was stick to the canon. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why. But not looking good. Honestly, I'm officially concerned. Before I was excited. When I made the list, I was excited. I thought it had potential. Now, not so much. The fighting has to be just so epic and so good that we'll probably make. I mean, this is a dumb story. What is it? I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Random warrior destined for something else. Bad guys try to take him out before, but he gets saved by somebody else, and he goes in chase of a master. Master trains him, and then he goes on to fight to save humanity. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. It's in the top of my head. What is it? What is it? This is gonna bug me. Ugh! I've seen this before, and I've seen it multiple times, and it's not Mortal Kombat. What the fuck is it? It's not Avatar. It's not Naruto. It's not Dragon Ball. I don't know. It'll hit me, and I'll probably, as soon as I stop recording, I'm gonna be like, that was it. That was was it? Is it Aragon? Is it Aragon? No, because it has a dragon. God damn it! It's not Star Wars, that's for sure. Although, could it be? No, it's not Star Wars. God damn it. Anyway, that's it. let's just say it's not looking good. I was excited for it. Now I'm not so much. Now I'm actually not. Before I was like, maybe I'll watch it in the movie theater. Now I'm like, nah, nope, definitely not. I'm watching it at home. I'm not wasting my money. It sounds really dumb, really stupid, and a wasted opportunity because the Mortal Kombat shorts that they made were actually pretty good. They're pretty decent. They're a bunch of shorts that came out a few years back. I actually enjoyed most of them. Now it's like, really? Kano is training with Raiden? Seriously? All right. I mean, it's your money, so whatever. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry for leaving you with a bad taste in your mouth, but that's kind of what you get. But I mean, I don't think you deserve it or anything, but that's where I have to end it because all the other stuff is not really related to this, and I kind of have to get out of here. So that's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World. Streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. If you could like and subscribe, that really helps me out. Also, this video will be loaded up there if you want to check it out later. And it loads by itself. It should be up there in a few hours, unless they're trying to block my stuff again, and it takes 12 hours. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm done. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.